Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this session I will say about the Laplace transform of f of t, which is division by t. This is also known as division rule. Okay, in previous sessions we discussed about the first shifting theorem on Laplace transform and Laplace transformation of f of t, which is multiplied by t power n, which is also known as multiplication rule. Okay, one see what is the first shifting theorem? L of e power at into f of t is equal to function of s minus n. If the inside function is in the form of e power at into f of t, then we can use this first shifting theorem on Laplace transform. If given function is in the form of t power n into f of t, then what is the rule? Minus 1 whole power n into d power n by ds power n of f of s. In both cases, Laplace transformation of f of t is function of s. Okay, so these are the previous models we discussed. Now in this session we are going to discuss about the Laplace transform of a function f of t, which is, it means that f of t is division by t. So in this model the given problem is in the form of L of f of t by t. Okay, please try to understand the differences between the previous methods and this method. Okay, in the very first model, given problem is in the form of e power at into f of t. After that, given problem is in the form of t power n into f of t. Now the given problem is in the form of f of t by t. Okay, so here f of t is division by t. That's why this is also known as division rule. Okay, let us see the statement of this division rule. Statement: Laplace transformation of f of t by t. Laplace transformation of f of t by t is equal to integral s to infinity. Integral s to infinity. Laplace transformation of the numerator. What is the numerator here? F of t into ds. You should take the integration with respect to s within the limits s to infinity. We can also express this one as, if Laplace transformation of the numerator gives a function of s, then Laplace transformation of f of t by t is equal to integral s to infinity. Replace this L of f of t by f of s. We should take the integration of f of s with respect to s within the limits s to infinity. This is the division rule. Okay. By using this formula, we can find out the Laplace transformation of a function which is of the form f of t by t. So let us see the examples. Find L of sin t by t. So before starting the problem, first we should observe the structure of the given problem. What is the structure of the given problem here? Sin t by t. So it is in the form of f of t by t. So division rule, we can apply division rule. Okay, it is very important thing in the concept of Laplace transformation. We are going to find out the Laplace transformation of a function. So what is the structure of the given function? Okay, if the given function is in the form of e power 8 into f of t, then we have to apply first shifting theorem on Laplace transform. If the inside function is in the problem is in the form of t power into f of t, then we can use the multiplication rule. Here we are observing that the function is in the form of something by t. That's why we can apply the division rule. Okay, so first write what is f of t here. What is f of t here? Numerator. Numerator should be taken as sin t. Numerator sin t can be taken as f of t. Find out Laplace transformation. What is L of f of t is equal to L of sin t? L of sin t is 1 by s square plus 1 because it is already in the form of sin 80 and everybody knows that L of sin 80 is equal to a by s square plus a square. By comparing sin t with sin 80, a is equal to 1. Put a is equal to 1 in this formula, you will get 1 by s square plus 1. You can put the name as f of s. Now write the division rule. Therefore, by division rule, we have L of f of t by t is equal to integral s to infinity f of s into ds. This is the formula for L of f of t by t. Now replace the values and simplify the integration. So L of f of t is nothing but sin t in this problem. L of sin t by t is equal to integral s to infinity. What is f of s here? 1 by s square plus 1. So it is enough to simplify this integration within the limits s to infinity. Okay, I will say here. Clearly we are observing that the inside term is in the form of this term is in the form of integral 1 by x square plus 1. What is the formula for integral 1 by x square plus 1? Tan inverse x. By using this formula, what is the integration of 1 by s square plus 1 with respect to s? Tan inverse s. Within the limits s to infinity. By applying upper limit, you will get tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of s. What is tan inverse of infinity? Pi by 2 minus tan inverse of s. This is the final conclusion. So L of sin t by t becomes pi by 2 minus tan inverse of s. Okay, here don't forget, I will give another results also. Please note down. Tan inverse of infinity value is pi by 2. So tan inverse of 1 value is pi by 4. Tan inverse of 0 is equal to 0. Please remember these values. Okay, tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2 because in tans infinity came at pi by 2 only. So infinity can be written as tan inverse of tan pi by 2. So tan inverse of tan becomes only angle pi by 2 in this way. Similarly, in tans 1 come for tan pi by 4. So tan inverse of tan pi by 4 is pi by 4. Similarly, this one also. Okay, I will say another example. Find L of 1 minus cos t by t. L of 1 minus cos t by t. Very important problem. Okay, so we are observing that here also the given problem is in the form of f of t by t. First, before starting the solution, in the concept of Laplace transformation, before starting the solution, we should conclude that what is the structure of the given problem, which formula we have to apply in this problem. It is mandatory. First, think about that one. Okay, here we are observing that given function is in the form of f of t by t form. That's why you can use the division rule. Okay, don't use first shifting theorem for this problem. Okay, first shifting theorem is not applicable to this problem. Okay, solution. First, let what is f of t here. What is f of t? In this model, always numerator can be taken as f of t. So this is equal to this one. Calculate Laplace transformation. So L of 1 minus cos t. So there are two terms in the subtraction. That's why split the terms. So L of 1 minus L of cos t. So what is L of 1? 1 by s. And what is L of cos t? It is in the form of cos 80. Okay, that's why apply the L of cos 80 formula. What is L of cos 80? L of cos 80 is equal to s by s square plus a square. That's why you will get s by s square plus 1, because compare cos t with cos at, you will get the a value. A value is 1, which is coefficient of t. Don't forget it. Okay, no? So you can put the name as f of s. Now write the division rule. What is the division rule here? By division rule, L of f of t by t, L of f of t by t is equal to integral s to infinity f of s, function of s into ds. Now replace the values. So L of 1 minus cos t is equal to integral s to infinity, what is f of s? 1 by s minus s by s square plus 1 into ds. It is enough to find out the integration and apply the limits. Okay. So right here. So what is integral 1 by s? Integral 1 by s is nothing but log s. Okay. In the division rule, all of you should note down one formula. In many problems we can use this formula. Integral f dash of x by f of x dx. Integral f dash of x by f of x dx is equal to log of f of x. Observe the structure of the integration. The numerator is the derivative for the denominator. Then we can use this formula, log of denominator. Okay. So here we have s. Derivative for s is 1. That's why you will get log s. Minus, please take the derivative of the denominator. Derivative for s square is 2s. But here we do not have 2s, only s. That's why we will write one more step. This can be written as integral s to infinity 1 by s. First term is similar term, minus divide with 2 and multiply with 2. You will get 2s by s square plus 1 whole into ds. Okay. Now clearly both parts are in the form of f dash of x by f of x. F dash of x by f dash of x by f of x. That's why I use this formula. So log s minus of is there. Integration of this part becomes log of s square plus 1. Integration is completed. So we have to apply upper limit minus lower limit. We should apply limits now. After the completion of integration in the concept of definite integration, we should apply the limits. First we apply upper limit. After that we should apply lower limit. Okay. In between them you should put the negative sign. Okay. So here by applying upper limit, s is equal to infinity, you will get log infinity. But log infinity is undefined form. Log infinity is undefined form. That's why don't put upper limit now. Okay. I will modify this term now. So this is equal to, first term is similar term, log s, please write only log s, minus, take this 1 by 2 to the power of this term. Okay, you should write here. Okay, because we have a formula which is n into log x is equal to log x power n. Okay, by using this formula, shift this 1 by 2 to the power of s square plus 1. So log of s square plus 1 whole power 1 by 2. Within the limits s to infinity. Now here also we are unable to substitute upper limit infinity, because still we have log s here. By applying upper limit you will get log infinity again. Still we get undefined form. That's why don't substitute infinity now. Now we are observing that this is in the form of log m minus log n. What is the formula for log m minus log n? We can use the logarithmic properties, which is log of m by m. By using this formula, this becomes log of s by s square plus 1 whole power 1 by 2. Whole power 1 by 2 is nothing but whenever we have a power 1 by 2, we can write as root over a. So that's why root over s square plus 1. Within the limits s to infinity. Still we can't apply the upper limit here. because still you will get log infinity by applying s is equal to upper limit infinity. So here we have to write one more step, log of numerator is similar term. In the denominator we have root over s square plus 1. So take this s square to outside of the root over. So you will get s into root over 1 plus 1 by s square. Take common out the term s square from the denominator. So root s square means only s. Here we do not have s square. That's why here you can write 1 by s square. Within the limits s to infinity. Now s getting cancelled. Now you can apply infinity now. We never get the undefined form. So log of, by applying upper limit you will get 1 by root over 1 plus 1 by infinity square means 0. Okay, please note down something by infinity. A finite value x by infinity is 0. That's why 1 by infinity is 0 here. Minus. Now substitute lower limit. What is the lower limit? Just s is replaced by s only. So you will get the similar term. Whenever we apply lower limit s, you will get similar term. This term is nothing but this term. So directly write this term now. So log of s by root over s square plus 1. What is this? Log 1. What is log 1 again? 0. Okay. So 0 minus log of s by root over s square plus 1 and take this negative sign to again power. So you will get log of s by root over s square plus 1 whole power minus 1. So whole power minus 1 can be removed by interchanging numerator and denominator. So you will get log of root over s square plus 1 by s. This is the final conclusion. In this way, we will complete the problem on division rule. Okay. In the session, I will say another practice problems on division rule. Okay. Please subscribe my channel if you are watching this video first time. Thank you very much. See you to next session.